Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Simulacra, grabbing a set of binary achievements, both of which are going to be done once you are in Act 2. This is right after the group chat part of the act, and what's going to end up happening is you're going to need to find a way to hack Anna's computer at her workplace. So what this is going to require you to do is make sure you leave and then head to the email app. Go to this email by this guy named Merv, and then you are supposed to play that little decrypting minigame. Once that's solved, you're going to head back to the group chat and then make sure you let Taylor know about this dude, and he's going to suggest you use blackmail to get him to hack the computer. So after that, you are going to get a text from Ashley. You can do that if you want to, but once that's done, make sure you head to the bottom of your text message log and find Merv, who is the owl avatar. Now, fastest way to get through this conversation is to just cut to the chase. After saying hi to him, you want to make sure you ask him for a favor instead of leading him on. That's just going to lead to a bunch of annoying dead ends. So just make sure you expose yourself right away. So make sure you tell him to restore the phone data, and eventually he's going to catch on that you are not Anna, which is going to lead into us blackmailing him. Once you get to this choice, what you want to do is you want to make sure you pick how about I send your emails to HR, and that's going to finally convince him to help us out. So what's going to happen is he's going to ask for a password reset. Make sure you clear your text messages out. So if you haven't, make sure you get through that conversation with Ashley, and then this lady should email us. Her name is Elizabeth HR. Get through this conversation, just keep picking the first choice until you get to the very last choice, which is going to be this one. Now, each of these will lead you to a different achievement, so obviously you can't do both of these achievements in the same playthrough. So in this first playthrough, we are going to choose to hold back the report, and that should wrap up the conversation with HR. Then we're going to head back to Merv to check in with how the hack is going. So make sure you just get through this conversation, keep picking the first choice, and eventually he should start the phone backup, which is going to take us to the next part of the game. So get past the system restore and then start backing out, and then eventually we are going to get to one of those annoying glitchy parts of the game, which are pretty much the transitions between each scene. So with this one, just do the same thing like you normally do. Click around until you get the glitchy chats. Make sure you solve all of the various decryption puzzles. And then once you finally get control back of your character, it's time to head back into the text messages, check back in with Merv, and then we are going to let him off the hook for this playthrough. So make sure you congratulate him that you got it, and then make sure you pick yeah, I will when he asks you to keep his secret. And then that's going to lead into us telling him not to do it again. And this should give us the first playthrough where he doesn't get in trouble. And that should get us our first of the two binary achievements. So there it is. That is just a compliment for 30 gamer score. And of course, since we can't do both in the same playthrough and there is no manual saving, we are going to have to do the opposite choice in an entirely other playthrough. So on your second playthrough, what you want to do is you want to make sure you play up to this point, and once HR talks to us, we are going to make the opposite decision, which in this scenario is going to be to turn the report in. So once you get to the last choice, make sure you pick justice is more important, send the report, and that's going to lead to the end of that conversation. Finish the system restore segment with Merv, and then finish the glitchy scene, and then once you get control of your character, head back to the chat with Merv. And this time we are going to make sure he gets in trouble. So pick sorry creep you're done for, and then he should get caught and you should get the opposite achievement. There it is. That is not a compliment, and that's going to be for another 30 gamer score. And that's all there is to it.